Let's uncover how Hinami discovered the secret of shadows and defeated the organization. Shadows of the Moon. The city streets were silent except for the sound of her hurried footsteps. Her breaths came in quick gasps, and her hand clutched the glowing bracelet on her wrist with desperation. Hinami no longer knew where to run, but she knew one thing: if she stopped, everything would be over. She swiftly turned into a dark alley, pressing her trembling body against the cold wall, trying to catch her breath. Her heart pounded fiercely, and the gentle drizzle painted silver streaks through her long hair. But the sound of footsteps hadn't disappeared. They were still behind her, getting closer and closer. Suddenly she felt a hand lightly grip her shoulder. She flinched, ready to fight, but then she met a pair of sharp black eyes gleaming in the darkness. "If you're thinking about fighting, you won't win this way." The young man stood confidently, his tattered coat showing signs of years spent in hiding. His gaze carried the experience of someone who knew exactly how this game was played. "Who are you?" Hinami whispered cautiously as the pursuer's footsteps neared. He smirked slightly. "I'm the only person who can save you right now." And so her journey began. From that night on, Hinami realized her life would never be the same again. With Haito's help, she began to understand the truth behind her power, the ability to control shadows, making them move as if they were part of her. It wasn't just a skill, it was an ancient legacy tied to the moon itself, a power hunted by the secret organization Infinite Night, which wanted to exploit it for their own purposes. It wasn't easy. The training was grueling and the chases never stopped. But she was changing. She was no longer a girl running aimlessly. She was becoming stronger, someone capable of standing and fighting back. And when the day came that she discovered the organization planned to trap her with her younger sister, Miko, she knew she could no longer afford to hide. When she finally stood before Master Nova, the leader of the organization, she felt the weight of the battle ahead. "You're just a child playing with a power you don't understand," he said coldly, a mocking smile tugging at his lips. But Hinami was no longer that clueless child. She closed her eyes for a moment, inhaling deeply, then slowly spread her hands. The shadows around her began to stir, flowing like ocean waves, wrapping around her as a shield, pulsating as if they were alive. Then, she lifted her gaze to the moon, allowing its light to surge through her. With a powerful burst, she unleashed everything within her, all at once. The light was blinding, stronger than anyone had expected. The organization recoiled at her overwhelming power, realizing it could no longer protect her. And in the end, as everything finally settled, Hinami sat beneath the moonlight, holding her bracelet, gazing at the sky with a soft smile. She had become something more than just a survivor. She had become someone who chose to fight for herself and for those she loved.